Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I post ballet and fitness related videos every single Tuesday, Thursday, and now Sunday. And if you're also new, you may as well hit subscribe. Today's video is going to be a very restorative, very calming stretching routine. I'm currently getting over a non-contagious yet really not fun chest infection, and this is something that I really needed, and I figured some of you might need this too. So without further ado, let's begin. We'll need 2 yoga blocks, so you can just put those aside for now. And let's just begin by tilting our left ear to our left shoulder. And let's tuck our chin to our chest. And our right ear to our right shoulder. Like I mentioned, this will be very calming, restorative, and there will be no cardiovascular energy necessary. Chin to chest. And left ear to left shoulder. This time let's take our left hand on top of our right ear and put our right hand flat on the floor, stretching out the side of our neck. Big inhale and exhale. And chin to chest. And let's take the right ear to the right shoulder, right hand on top of the left ear, and same thing with the left hand on the floor, stretching out the side of our neck. Big inhale and big exhale. Finally, let's clasp our hands behind our head and pull our elbows forward, keeping our back straight so we can really stretch out the back of our neck. And let's just begin to turn our head side to side, mobilizing the neck, stretching in any way you might feel tight. Maybe stay there a moment if you have one particularly sore spot, if you slept funny like me, or if you're just super tight in one area from working in a really awkward position. Bringing it back to neutral. Let's take our hands on our knees. On the next exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, looking at your navel, and roll onto the back of your glutes, or rather the top of your glutes. Curving your spine, chin to chest. Allow your spine to completely concave. And then using your hands on your knees, same thing, the opposite direction. Inhale, look up to the sky, open up your chest, open up your shoulders, and look up. And again, tuck your chin to your chest, almost like a cat if we were on our hands and our knees. And then inhale, just like if we were on our hands and our knees, we would do a cow. Beautiful. Bring it back through the center and then go ahead and swing your legs behind you. We're going to go to an actual cat and cow. And just beforehand, let's roll out our wrists, because I know some of my friends have very sensitive wrists. I didn't forget about you. And let's roll them the opposite direction. And then when you're ready, place your hands underneath your shoulders and let's tuck our chin to your chest into a cat. And on the inhale, we'll look up into a cow. Again, exhale to a cat. And inhale to a cow. Beautiful. Bring it back through the center, tuck your toes under, send the hips up into a downward facing dog, lengthening the back of your legs, pressing your hands into the floor. Think of lifting your sit bone all the way up to the ceiling. And let's just bend and stretch one knee at a time, kind of walking side to side. Beautiful. From here, keeping your feet about mat distance apart if they're not there already. Take them to be mat distance apart. Lift your heels on the next inhale. Lengthen through the spine. Again, think of lifting your sit bone to the sky. And exhale, lower down. Let's do that again. Inhale, lifting your heels. I know my block's in the way. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, lift the heels. And then let's bend the knees towards the armpits, the side of the body, opening the hips a little bit. Lift the hips up, straighten the knees, lower the heels down. And then let's shift forward to a high plank here. Now I know I said no super difficult movements, but it's super important to engage our core. And this is just going to be an easy sequence here. From here, let's bring our right knee towards our chest, bringing it back, and then lift the right leg off the floor, pointing the toes to a little tendu derriere in parallel position. Lower it down, and then bring the left knee in, bring it back, lift the left leg up, pointing through the toes, squeezing the glute. Let's do that one last time. Bring the knee to the chest, bring it back, and and lift the right leg. Bring it back. Same thing with the left last time today. Bring the left knee in. Bring it back and lift the left leg up and lower down. Untuck the toes, send the hips back, roll out the wrists. Counter stretch the wrists. Beautiful. Take your right knee towards your chest. Left leg, option one, can be flat on the floor with your foot or extended all the way down. We're going to bring our right knee to our chest. Exhale. When you're ready, take your right hand on the inside edge of your right knee, left hand on your left hip bone to open up the right knee towards the side without letting that left hip bone lift up. That's why I like to keep the left hand on the left hip bone. Good, bring it back in through the center, and then let's switch hands. So take your left hand on the outside of your right knee, pull it across, and then when you're ready, you can pull it all the way across, place your right hand flat on the floor into a full spinal twist. Good, bring it back in through the center, and let's switch sides. Bring the left knee in, right leg either foot on the floor or extend it all the way down. And same thing, take the left knee out to the side with the left hand on the inside edge and right hand on your right hip bone. Beautiful. Bring the right hand on the outside edge of the left knee, left palm flat on the floor, and find your full body twist again. Try to keep both shoulders flat on the floor. If your left knee doesn't touch the floor, that is totally fine. Beautiful. Bring it back in. When you're ready, give yourself a hug and then roll all the way up. And let's grab our 2 yoga blocks for a second. When you're ready, take a step back with your right foot in a low lunge. You can stack your blocks as high as you need so that your shoulders are stacked on top of your hips, or if this is creating any kind of discomfort in your lower back, bring your shoulders forward to try to elongate your spine. We don't want to crunch it like this and let our pelvis tilt forward. We want to think of tucking under so that we can stretch out the back hip flexor as much as possible. Beautiful. Untuck the toes, and same thing, just stay here for a moment. And then let's take the left hand all the way up. Inhale, and exhale. Let's take a side bend towards the right side. Really stretch out the left hip flexor. Same thing, think of tucking under here. Beautiful. Take the hand back on the block, and then when you're ready, shift your hips back, straighten out your front knee, and then walk your blocks as far as you can, keeping a nice lengthened spine. Think belly button close to your thigh. This time when we shift forward, tuck your back toes under, lift your hips up into a triangle pose. And once again here, try to get your belly button close to your thigh so that you can lengthen out your spine and get the most out of this hamstring stretch. Lift your back heel off the floor as you inhale. Get closer to that front knee. And exhale, lower. Let's switch sides. Take your left foot forward, right foot back, and same thing. Try to stack your hips on top, shoulders on top of your hips, belly button reaching towards your sternum, trying to close off that. And then you can untuck the toes. Same thing, taking the right hand up and over, taking a side bend towards the left side, stretching out that right hip flexor. Beautiful. Place the hand back on the block, sit the hips halfway back, straighten the front knee, and walk the blocks forward. Thinking again of belly button towards the spine, think of pivoting your right hip forward, or rather than pivoting, I should rather say bring your left hip back and evening out the hips. People tend to open up the hips and let the hips swing. Try to really square them off here. And again, once you shift forward, tuck your toes under, lift your hips into a triangle. Try to get that back heel flat on the floor. If it's unable to reach the floor, your triangle is a little bit too wide. Same thing here. Think of bringing the left hip back slightly. Lifting the back heel as you inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. This time, bend both knees and take a step forward, still holding your yoga blocks underneath your hands. And then when you're ready, you can lengthen your spine and let your chest relax down, keeping your knees slightly bent into your forward fold. Let's bend and stretch our knees for 4. And I'd rather see you up here with a nice lengthened spine than like this. 2. So really try to lengthen the spine. I lied, 2 more. I miscalculated. And 1. Beautiful. Go all the way down. And then go ahead and take 1 foot out to the side and 1 knee in. And from here, just turn in and out. Turn 1 knee in or 1 hip in and 1 hip out. Just mobilizing that side leg. On the last one, we're going to pivot towards a pigeon. And same thing here. Think of bringing the belly button close to the sternum and swinging. Again, I keep having to correct myself, not swinging, but evening out the hips. And then you can take a forward fold here. Beautiful. Walking back up. And then come back in through your center half straddle and half butterfly. And let's take a side bend towards the extended leg. You can once again use your blocks here. Depends on your body today, whether you need the extra support, totally fine. And then let's come back up and switch sides. So take the other leg out and the other knee in, and same thing. Just working on external and internal rotation. I'm not moving my body too much. I'm really trying to internally and externally rotate. I'm moving a little bit just so I can warm up the other hip as well. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, let's go towards a pigeon. And same thing, evening out those hips. And when you're ready, you can take a forward fold here. Beautiful. Let's walk back up. And then pivot towards our center and take a final side bend towards the other leg now that's also extended. Same thing here, try to even out the shoulders. We don't want our clavicle to collapse. We want to keep the shoulders and the chest nice and open. Beautiful, and come back in through the center. Last thing, option to use your feet flat on the floor in a butterfly or put them on a yoga block. Take your hands behind you, either way, and actively press your knees down in your butterfly. And then when you're ready, you can take a forward fold. Try to bring your nose past your toes rather than towards your toes and curving your spine. And I know I said last thing, but I really want to stretch my quads. So you guys are going to as well. Bring your right heel towards your right glute. If you're comfortable here, you can absolutely stay here. You can go back a little bit to try to stretch out the quad. And again, if you're comfortable here, stay here. But then you can also alternatively go into your elbows, or if you're feeling ready, go onto your back. But only go here if you find no pain in your knee, no pain in your lower back, and you only feel a stretch in your quad. And to eliminate any pain in your lower back, you're going to want to think of belly button to spine. Just like if you were standing, you wouldn't want to have a banana back in a quad stretch. And let's come back up and switch sides. Take the left heel for you guys. Close to your left glute. And then go to wherever you're comfortable, whether it's just up here, elbows, or all the way down. And then come out of it. When you're ready, lay all the way back and just relax. Take one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. When you inhale, feel your belly rise. And when you exhale, feel it fall. Again, inhale. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. It was something I really needed. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, happy dancing. Let me know what you want to see next, and bye now.